Victor Martz, and I'm with Chai's Choice Pet Products. I'm here today to talk to you about our best-selling Chai's Choice Best Front Range No-Pull Dog Harness that we sell exclusively on Amazon. What I'd like to show you is the neck and chest adjustments on the harness. Basically what I'm going to go through and show you how to make the neck area and the chest area either larger or smaller by adjusting the harness straps themselves. There is a technique involved to making the harness fit your dog, a custom fit basically. The technique for adjusting the harness is basically this, is the True Love buckle that you'll see on both sides here of the neck area. That is your main focal point as far as making the harness either larger or smaller in the neck area. Again, remember this is going to be the top of the harness, okay? This is the top of the harness. And as far as the neck area goes, these belt loops here on both sides, whenever the True Love buckle is on the far end towards the chest, that means the harness neck area is actually on the larger size. When the True Love buckle is on the top side, on this side of the belt loop, that means the harness neck size is going to be smaller. And I'll show you how to adjust this. To make it smaller, the neck, what you want to do is you have to feed the harness strap through the True Love buckle by pulling it through and then pulling it through the other side and then stretching it so that it comes on that side of the belt loop. Again, if you need it smaller, what you're doing is you're going to push. You're always got to push first, then pull, then stretch. Now you have what you do for one side, you also have to do for the other side. So we're going to push, we're going to pull, and we're going to stretch. Now it's a tight fit through this belt loop, but it will go. And as you can see, the neck size is now smaller. The closer your True Love buckle goes to your True Love emblem, the smaller the neck area will be. Again, the most important thing to remember when adjusting the harness straps is the push first, the pull, and then the stretch. And you want to do it on both sides the same. And what you want to do is take the slack by just pulling here, and what you want to do is make the harness as even as possible on both sides. Now, depending on the size of the neck of your dog, I want to remind you that you possibly could be on one side or the other of the actual belt loop itself. Please remember the belt loop is only on the neck area of the harness. The reason why they have a belt loop here is for stability of the harness and to increase the strength and rigidity of the harness. Remember, when your True Love buckle is on this side of the belt loop, which is the chest area, this being the top of the harness, okay, the back area, as you can see, there's more strapping as far as length here in between the two pieces of the harness. This is the larger the neck of the dog is, the more you're going to go on this side of the actual belt loop towards the chest on both sides. Now, if your dog has a smaller neck, like I showed you before, you're going to have to get this True Love buckle on this side of the belt loop to adjust for smaller neck dogs, which will close this area here on both sides and fit your dog better on the neck area. The next thing I want to talk to you about is the adjustment of the chest area. As with the neck area, the most important thing to remember about the technique is the pushing, the pulling, and the stretching of the harness itself. Right now we're on a fairly, probably a little bit larger than medium as far as the size goes. If I wanted to make this larger, what I would do is I would take some slack out of this. I would pull it through the bottom down here and flip it over, and this buckle is different from the neck buckle, as you would hold on to the buckle with your thumb and your forefinger, and you would pull the harness through the buckle. It's a little tight, but it will go. The thing to remember also, the more black area that you see here on the other side of the reflective material, the more black you see is the larger of the size of the setting. If I wanted to make this smaller, what I would do is I would flip it over, I would pull the reflective side through, okay? I would pull it through the buckle, and I would push, pull, and stretch. And as you can see, there is less black material showing here, which means that I've made this opening smaller. The more black area, the larger the opening. The smaller the black area, the smaller the opening. Again, I would do both sides. It's very important to remember when you are adjusting the harness, whether it be on the chest area or the neck area over here, that when you adjust one side, that the opposite side is matching as far as the material showing and where the buckle is located. This is so the harness sits straight on your dog and is not shifted to one side or the other, so that it's uncomfortable for your dog. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. If you have bought our harness, I really appreciate your business. And if you haven't got one already, you really need one of these. It's the best thing that can happen to you and your dog.